All right, well, this is going to be entertaining. So welcome into the 2025 Division III All-Star Game. But when I say entertaining, I'm not entirely sure I know what's happening. And I guarantee if I don't know what's happening, a bunch of people don't know what's happening. So Noah Levine will lead things off for the what's supposed to be the home side, who's actually batting as the visitor side. So that's one way to get it going. So we're just going to switch it here, and I guess we'll make the home team the visitors team, if that makes any sense at home, and the count 2-2 here on Levine. I cannot guarantee at any point in this game that positions or names are going to be accurate. we are just 100% going to wing this. If you have any ideas at home as to how this goes together, I have two lineup cards in front of me that the coaches filled out, and I'm thankful for that. As down on strikes goes Levine, and one gone here in the top of the first. And when I say we're winging it, they're batting 12 people around on each side. The one coach is batting a different pitcher every game or every inning, and the position players are going to be changing constantly. One team I don't have numbers for, so we're going to wing that. Chopper down to third. The thrower across is good. Jackson Gardner grounds out 5-3. And now two gone here in this opening inning. So just kind of bear with us a little bit at home. We're gonna wing it and just kind of generally do some play-by-play here this morning. This game's not all about just having fun anyway. So just stick with us today, and we're gonna do our best. There's a strike to Matthew Holland. By the way, the pitcher currently for what's supposed to be the visiting team, but apparently is the home team, is Jazz Quillen.
If you got him right, you're doing pretty good. But it's hard to see him out there.
But if they ever make a change, I won't get it right because they don't have any numbers. That's lined out into right. Will fall in for a single off the bat of Matthew Allen. So a runner on down there at first. That will bring Hudson Wirtzema to the plate.
Should I try to go get some numbers for the other team?
Hudson, the cleanup hitter. Honestly, I think that would be an effort in futility at this particular point. I'm not sure the coaches know. I think that's why.
I know they don't know.
That's why you're getting what you have here. So I mean, again, this game's all about just a fun kind of all-star game. So we're do our best here. This popped up on a play, count 0-2 on Wirtzema. We're gonna flip this. I'm gonna make this the away team, even though they're batting out of the home dugout. And this one is ripped down toward third, in between the hole at short and third. Runner round second, but nothing doing there. So runners at first and second base here with two outs in the first. A hit from Wirtzema. That'll bring Hudson Abel to the plate.
Now, I heard coaches talking. Don't know if this is true or not exactly, but I think they were limiting it to 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, just no matter what?
I think so.
If they don't get through 7 or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. Again, this is just for fun. A group of Division III All-Stars, their tournament over, just get a chance to come back and play one more time here in this one. And at some point, I think the kids are just as confused as everybody else.
Oh, man.
This hit deep out into left center.
Boy.
And that will be retired for the third out of the inning. Man, this sun didn't make any easier either.
I was trying to see where the ball went.
All right, so that'll do it for the top of inning number 1. We have no score. We'll move our way to the bottom of inning 1 here in a moment.
Have the home team batting, which is the visitors.
Yes. They'll be back in just a moment. All right, so to the bottom of the first we go. The away team batting as the home team. But for purposes of this scoreboard, we're going to call the team on the left the home team and the team on the right the away team, although I think it's supposed to be switched. So pitcher here for what we're going to call the home team is Hudson HWSA.
Number 12, I believe.
And Sam Long going to lead things off. Wait, excuse me, for the home team.
Yeah, that'll be the home team.
The away team's pitcher is Hudson HWSA.
Yes. There you go.
Off speed, this foul back to the screen. The count will go to 0-2. So it should be Long, Meadows, and Foster here in the opening inning. Bounces in.
And you can't hardly look up the names in the book because the book's got like 20-some teams. You don't know which team's which.
Yeah, that'd take a while. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Sam Long. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. That brings Kason Meadows to the plate.
Big number 4, is it? No.
Kason Meadows will stand in. Pitch here from HWSA is popped up down the first baseline and played down there. So the out goes F3. That's 2 gone. And by the way, if we're not giving you the players' names in the field, it's because I don't have them.
And that guy was number 41 instead of 4.
The one side I've got numbers and no positions. The other side I have positions and no numbers. So I'm trying to at least fill in the numbers spot.
Right.
This popped back out of play. This is Carter Foster, who will take a swing. 0-1 the count there is HWSA trying to work through the last out of his only appearance. They are going to rotate through pitchers every inning, at least this home side is. That's the conversation we had with
Actually, it's the away side.
their coach. No, this is the home side pitchers. Currently, right? From this side, I mean.
The guy that told you he was going to have 12 in a row. That was the.
Oh, is that the homes? Listen, I'm already beyond confused. This hit out of play, and correct. It throws me because that's supposed to be the home side, and it's the visitor side now. If you're confused at home, don't worry.
You should be sitting there.
I'm also confused. All right, 1-2 delivery here. That's in the dirt, and it'll go to 2-2. So Sam Long struck out swinging. Kason Meadows popped out to the first baseman in foul territory, and now Foster trying to get something going for.
And he's number 25 if you haven't written it down
What
yet.
would be the home side? Yes, I got it.
All right. I know you're usually pretty thorough and all that kind of stuff.
It's interesting because it's a completely different way of doing a game. This chopped right back up the middle. Shortstop stumbles to his knees, tries to make a throw across to first, and it is not in time. So Foster will reach base, and that'll bring Josh Radmore to the plate.
Now, he went down his knees, crawling on his knees. Threw the ball to first base, obviously late. Nothing you can do about that.
No.
So is that a hit or an error? It got to be a hit, doesn't it?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter, but I just wanted to know.
I wrote down reach on air, but you can make a
You can go either way.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Radmore stands in, and again, if we have a wrong name or it's not pronounced right, it might be just because we can't read it entirely on this, and we don't know what teams they're from, so I can't look them up either. So we're just kind of winging that too. So Carter Foster steals second base, and now a runner in scoring position as Radmore will stand back in. Pitch misses away. So Hudson HWSA trying to work through his one inning on the mound. This chopped down toward third, in between the hole at short and third. And in the score is Carter Foster. So an RBI single off the bat of Josh Radmore.
Number 2 coming up.
And that'll be a 1-0 lead for the home side, I guess is what we're calling the visitors. That'll miss away. 1-0 the count on Sam Luttrell. Sam batting in that 5th spot. We're going to have 12 hitters on each side, just trying to go through as many people as possible, being that this isn't a standard game. There's a swing and a miss. Count will go to 1-1.
Nice little fastball.
So Radmore with a couple step lead over there at first. There's a swing and a miss. And the count will go to 1-2.
This is kind of interesting to watch when you watch Division III, Division II, Division I, and the difference in the players.
Off-speed pitch hit down toward third. That's a nice backhanded play. The throw across is away from the first baseman. Took a bounce and went off his gloves. So that will be another reach on air here in the first. Probably either that or hits either way. That one probably should have been.
Number 4 for the away team or home team? No, away team. Playing third base.
So Martin Ewell will stand in. Runners at the corners here, and a 1-0 lead for what we are calling the home side here in this one. Little step towards third and spin around towards first. That did work in this tournament. One time that I saw back on Thursday.
Yep, boy, was he ever smooth.
This hit back up the middle. That gets into center field. They'll score another run off the RBI single from Martin Ewell.
Just over the right shoulder of the pitcher. Blast right through over by second base out in center field. Nice job of hitting.
So that'll make it 2-0. This bounces in. Sunzor Gondor will stand in. Gondor, the number 6 hitter in this lineup. Runners at first and second with 2 gone. That's called a strike over the outside corner.
I don't know what kind of pitch that is. Yeah, the slow, easy delivery and kind of.
1-1 pitch misses up high.
Kind of like an off-speed change-up or something.
So Wurtzema comes set and delivers. That's in the dirt. And the count will move to 3-1. Delivery here. That's fouled back to the fence. And the count will move full at 3-2. So we have this Division III All-Star game first up, and then it's a 1:30 this afternoon will be the overall championship for Division I here at the World Series. And that called strike 3 over the outside corner. And Gondor down on strikes as Hudson Wurtzema gets through his first inning of work. We'll go to inning number 2. A 2-0 lead for the home side. By the way, 2 runs on a couple of hits. There were a couple of errors and a couple of strikeouts as well. Head to the second inning in just a minute. to the top of inning number 2 we go. And Lincoln Emerson to stand in. A 2-0 lead for the home side at this point in this Division III All-Star game. I don't have numbers defensively for what is technically the home team. So right now, when they make pitching changes, I'm not entirely sure who it is. So we're just going to have to wing it. 0-1 the count on Emerson here as that's over that outside corner. Home team managed to push across 2 runs in that first inning. This popped up down the first base line into the outfield, and coming on to make the play is the right fielder. That was actually a pretty good recovery out there. That was tough to pick up off the bat, but one gone.
It's too bad we can't give more credit to him, but at the last minute he changed there and came in, swooped underneath him.
I think that's Easton Odom.
Easton?
Or am I on the wrong? Nah, never mind. That's the opposite team. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. We've got some in regards to those positions on half the side, but in any case, 1 gone, 1-0 counts here. That will miss in the dirt, and again a 2-hour, 10-minute time limit for this one, as both of these teams just kind of putting some guys together out of Division III, giving them a chance to play one extra game here this weekend and an opportunity to play with a bunch of other guys.
If they've remembered.
So 1-1 pitch coming up here. That's chopped down towards second. Pitcher tried to play it across, and the throw from the first baseman back to the pitcher is not in time. So back we go to Cameron here. Only first name. I don't have a second name. So that's misses away. Runner down there at first with 1 gone. This popped up down the third base line. That's going to get way foul and out of play. So pitcher will come set here and delivers home. That will miss away. And the count will go to 1-2 here.
Runner at first has got a hefty lead, but not too bad.
There's a swing and a miss. Snap throw back to first and almost got him. Down on strikes goes Cameron, and 2 gone here in the inning. And that will bring us to Jackson Marua. Marua? I guess it's Marewra. At least that's what it's written on the scorecard here.
You haven't remember what Willie Mays' number was? It's like it was 24. I don't know why
I'm not a baseball historian necessarily, but
if we had
I could probably tell you a few of them, but off the top of my head, no. I think it was Mays. Mickey Mantle. I remember that one. This popped up into deep center, actually hit relatively deep out there and drifting over to make the play as a right fielder. And that will do it for the top half of inning number 2.
It was a hit deep into right center field. He ran over, he got on his horse and ran over there and jumped in the last second and took that ball down.
All right, we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. The home side leads it 2-0 in this Division III All-Star game. We'll come back and keep this rolling and see what happens next. All right, to the bottom of inning number 2 we head. This is Andrew Clark getting the start at shortstop today. All right, our new pitcher is Hudson Abel for what is the visitor side. I'm still trying to get that straight in my brain. The visitor side playing out of the home dugout has got me a little bit messed up. There's an off-speed pitch over the outside corner for a strike. So it's Clark, Odom, and Pettit. The 8, 9, 10 hitters due up. You don't say that too often in a baseball broadcast.
That is exactly right. In fact, you're going to go up, I think, in this home visitor one.
That's a little blooper. Pitcher has it and fires to first, not in time. That's going to be an infield single off the bat of Andrew Clark. So that'll bring Easton Odom to the plate. Runner down there at first with nobody out in the bottom of the second. And again, these teams cycling through one pitcher every inning. So Hudson Abel will get 1 inning here. And if we go 7 innings, we'll see 7 pitchers.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't get the full 7 innings in.
And I'll miss away. So 1-0 the count on Odom. So both
what in the world was that?
Both sides, just chuck it behind home plate somewhere. Oh, there you go.
I was going to say, you can't only leave that play in the playing field.
So there are 12 players in each side, which is why we have 12 hitting. They're just allowing every player to swing through the lineup. This popped up into foul territory, and we'll get back out of play.
I heard a comment while between two guys, and I think the away home team has 10 players. But we'll see.
Well, there's 12 listed.
They got 12 listed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they said something about 10 players. Maybe it's.
This blooped out towards left center. That will fall in for a single. So back-to-back hits here in the second inning.
Got a little something cooking.
That'll bring Josh Pettit to the plate. So Pettit will stand in with runners at first and second here. Hudson Abel will wind and fire. That fouled back out of play. So 0-1 on Pettit. Going to be a little warmer today than it's been the last few days. I mean, marginally.
Oh,
I think yesterday was like 85 or 86. Supposed to top out around 89 today. That misses away.
Nice job by the catcher. He got off that right-hand side of the cat on a hot tin roof and pulled that one in. I thought he was going to go all his screen.
And that misses up and in, and now both runners will move up. So I guess you could call that a double steal.
Yeah, the second guy got the idea from the first guy. The first guy was past the middle way into third base. And he decided to take off the second.
2-2 pitch. That's fouled back out of play.
Kind of caught the catcher off guard, and then he tried to throw a flat-footed throw and couldn't get a lot on it. Not his fault. Just the way it goes. Another good stop.
Away.
Keeps on doing that, we're going to have to up his pay.
Throw got away from the pitcher, but nobody going anywhere.
All right, still got runners in second and third, no outs.
And that pitch misses away. And Pettit will head on down to first and load him up with the walk. Now the number 11 hitter will stand in.
And that is correct.
This is
number
Jazz. Jazz has a hyphenated last name. I only have the first half, which I think is Quaylen. But we're going to go with Jazz here. Quaylen Rios, I think it says on the back of his jersey.
I can't hardly see out in this.
But we'll go with Jazz here. That's called the strike over the outside corner.
Well, we got bases loaded, still nobody out.
Hudson Abel trying to work in his only inning of work here in the All-Star game. That'll miss away. There's a swing and a miss. And the count will go, I believe it's 2-2.
Well, they got 1 and 2, but
Abel's pitch fouled back to the screen.
well, I think you're right. I think it is 2 and 2.
So all three runners lead off. Abel will wind and fire. There's a swing and a miss, and Jazz is down on strikes.
Oh, now a double play ball. He gets out of the inning without giving up a run.
So one gone. That brings us to the number 12 hitter in the order, Ryan Marty. One thing about it, you're not going to get a lot of at bats with 12 people in the on the roster. This all the way back to the screen, and everybody going to move up. Runner will score from third. That is Clark.
Be interesting to know how many runs were scored here with pass balls or wild pitches.
And a 3-0 lead for the home side.
All right, so you got first empty yet. So,
And I'll miss away. So I want to know the count on Ryan Marty. Delivery from Abel. That's fouled back to the screen. And the count will move to 1-1.
oh, Marty's got his name on the back of his jersey.
So runners will lead off of second and third here. Pitch from Abel. That's low. And the count will move to 2-1.
Marty's brought his own cheering section over here.
Yep. Delivery here. That's ripped down towards short. Picked up. The throw will come across to first in time, but he will pick up an RBI. So the out goes 6-3.
Well, Marty, you did your job.
And Josh Pettit will move up to third.
His crowd is cheering him on.
And a 4-0 lead for the home side. There's a swing and a miss from Sam Long. Back around to the top of the order here. Long struck out swinging in the first inning.
You realize
This popped up on the infield, and this should get the away side out of the inning, but doesn't. The shortstop drifted back. I don't know if he lost it or not. It went off his glove, so a reach on air for Sam Long.
he was looking right back into the sun. I think probably the sun got him blinded. He, at the last second, lost the ball. Dropped in there. This is, I've been trying to see in the sun out here.
Listen, I'm trying to see, looking straight into it to call this game, and it's not easy.
Yeah, no, it's not easy.
It's a strike over that outside corner. Kaysen Meadows 0 for 1, popped out to the first baseman over there in foul territory.
At least he didn't get hit in the face with the thing.
That'll miss away, knocked down by the catcher, but runner at first will take off and cruise into second.
All right.
One delivery is fouled out of play, actually right over on the edge of the dugout. And the count will move to, or stay at 1-2. So Hudson Abel comes set and delivers that. Called strike 3 over the inside corner. And down on strikes goes Meadows. So that'll do it for the inning for Hudson Abel on the mound. 2 runs, couple of hits. There was an error and 2 strikeouts as well. We'll move on to inning number 3, a 4-0 lead for the home side. Back with more of this All-Star game here in just a moment. To the third inning we go. Top of inning number 3 here is Stone Garcia to lead things off. 10, 11, 12 due up here in the third. This popped up on the middle of the infield, and 1 pitch, 1 out. So the second baseman comes in and makes the play. By the way, it is a 5-0 lead for the home side.
Yes, it is. They forgot 1 run.
And now Elijah Correa will stand in. By the way, I'm fairly certain the pitcher is Gondor, Centaur Gondor, here in this third inning. This popped up in the infield, drifting over toward first base. That will be out there. So 2 gone very quickly.
Oh, Gondor really is churning out the outs here. 2 pitches and 2 outs.
It's kind of pace of play that I like.
Yeah, it's really pretty cool. And
So,
he's got a really slow, easy delivery.
so Malachi McAdams stands in. McAdams pops it up over on the left side of the infield. 3 pitches,
Can you
3
believe that?
outs, and Gondor is
He is
beside
ecstatic.
himself.
I don't think he usually gets the pitch.
3 pitches on 3 out. Well, I think it's fairly rare, first off, to get out of the inning on 3 pitches, but that's exactly what happened. 3 pitches, 3 outs. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It is a 5-0 lead.
That is the fewest you can get, right?
That's pretty crazy. You don't see that happen very often. All right.
Yeah.
Back with more of the All-Star game in just a couple of minutes. All right, we will head on to the bottom of inning number 3. And Jack Markham will take over on the mound for the visiting team. That'll bring Carter Foster to the plate. He reached on an error, might have had a hit. I don't know. It depends on how you want to score it. And scored back in the first inning. Strike. Off speed popped up. This down the left field side of play and put away by the left fielder. That'll be 1 up, 1 down.
Oh, I was waiting to see if he was going to call his name. I'm going to congratulate you. The left fielder, that is. I don't know how you'd ever know that.
They change them constantly, so there'd be. I'm not entirely sure either. You're lucky if we get batters and pitchers here.
Hey, you know what they ought to do? They ought to have him call the ball to him. You know, I'm Rod Chappell.
Sounds like a phenomenal idea.
One that
All
will
right,
never happen.
Josh Radmore will stand in. He has an RBI single and a run scored.
Whoa, wrong side of the pit batter.
Well, that's slightly inside.
That's what you call inside the out, outside the in.
You know, it only counts as one ball, so what was that? Just a bit outside, except it's the opposite of that.
What's nice today too? What's this game is really the flow of the game.
That ripped out in the left, and that's going to be a problem. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. Radmore's going to cruise into second. He might head for three. He's going to try it. Here's the throw into third, and he's in with a triple. Wow, Mr. Radmore got around the bases in a hurry and cruises into third with a triple.
It's a little easier to get a triple here in high school ball than in some places because of
fence
the outfield
so far
spacious.
away.
But boy, he was hoofing it.
By the way, we're talking about 3 pitches, 3 outs, and the home plate umpire came over here, was talking to us about something else. So that's a strike because Trell went after the bunt attempt. He said he's seen 3 pitches, 3 outs numerous times, but he has not seen less than that. And it is possible that off-speed misses away. And the way it is if you intentionally walk a batter. In high school, it does not use an actual pitch. And then you throw a pitch into a double play. Or if you want to be really crazy about it, intentionally walk 2 people and hit into a triple play at 1 pitch.
Possible, yes. Chance of it happening?
He said that one I've never seen.
He probably won't.
And I haven't seen it either. This down the first base line and foul.
Yep,
So 2-2.
Probably won't see that one.
I can't imagine that would ever occur. But every year numerous things happen in baseball. You're like, that's the first time that's ever happened. So I mean, it is possible. Extremely unlikely. Misses away. And I'm sure it's happened at some point in the history of high school baseball.
Yeah.
But that would be very, very rare. There's a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Sam Luttrell. So now 2 gone. Runner's still down there at third, and that will bring Martin Ewell to the plate. Martin had an RBI single back in the first.
I was in 8th grade. We lived in a trailer court. I was watching TV one time. San Francisco Giants were playing. Willie Mays was there. He hit 4 home runs in one game. And he was the next batter up. And the guy made the last out before him.
So that up and in.
Oh, only time I ever saw that done.
So Jack Markham will wind and fire. That misses up high.
Inside.
And now 2-0 the count. So Markham will deliver that. I'm not sure what delivery that was. That was like, it had to be like 25 miles an hour. Markham laughing about that one, just soft tossed it. Now 3-0 count popped up on the infield. Looks like Markham's going to get out of the inning, and he will.
Well, he got the job done. He gave it that triple. No, it was a triple, yeah.
So no runs. There was 1 hit, the triple off the bat of Josh Radmore. We'll head ourselves to the top of inning number 4, and a 5-0 lead for the home side. This is the Division III All-Star Game. Back with more in a moment. All right, to the fourth inning we go. The top of inning number 4. Leading things off will be Noah Levine. Noah struck out swinging back in the first inning. If you're lucky in this one, you'll max out at about 3 at-bats. That fouled back out of play. So 0-1 the count to Levine. I believe this is Gondor back out there for another inning of work for the home side. There's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. And the count moves to 0-2.
Condor.
That ripped deep out in the left, and it's going to get over everyone's head and back out near the warning track. Boy, it must have been playing really shallow out there. As cruising into third is Levine. And I mean, that cleared everybody in a hurry. So back around to Jackson Gardner. Grounded out 5-3 in the first. Gondor will fire here. Off speed, misses up and in.
Gondor gets the ball. He turns around and puts his glove up. He's ready to pitch.
This popped up down the left field line, and that's going to fall in for a hit. But that's put right exactly where it needed to be. Shortstop couldn't get there. Left fielder couldn't get there.
Just pinpointed right in a perfect place.
So an RBI single will make it 5-1. Home side leads it. So Gondor's back there on the mound. Matthew Holland steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a single. It's a strike over the outside corner. That'll miss low.
Looks like he tried to place that in there instead of just going ahead and pitching and falling through.
So runner leads off of first. And that right back up the middle could possibly be 2. Shortstop steps in the bag, fires to first, and a good pick down there. And it will go 6-3 on the double play.
That's what they call a tailor-made double play. Perfect bounce.
So 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. That will bring Hudson Wietzema to the plate. 1 for 1 with the single. Also was the original starting pitcher in this game, although everybody only throwing an inning or 2. So that ball up high. That hit back out towards short, knocked down, and no throw. A little bit of a tough play out there.
Yeah, he got over and cut the ball off, and we're going to do the 360 and was thinking about throwing it over to first, but wisely held on to that ball. Nice job of getting there.
Is that Andrew Clark?
Number 13?
No.
Or
I'm trying to figure. No, who is it?
3.
Short. That might be Jazz.
Oh, it's
at
short.
short. Made a nice play on the one before and then tried to pick that up. This chopped foul. And Hudson Abel to the plate. It's chopped down towards short. Knocked down. Jazz picks it up, fires to first, and that is in time. Wow. Another nice pick down there at first base. There's a pair of them. I believe if it's still the guy who started there, that would be Kason Meadows.
Nice.
Down there at first, and he did a good job on both of those. So
yeah, good stretch by that first baseman.
5-3 goes the putouts. We will head to the bottom of inning number 4. A 5-1 lead for the home side. This is the HWSA Division III All-Star Game. Vincenzo Gardner will take a swing to get this bottom of the fourth underway. Gondor 0 for 1, struck out looking back in the first, and he gets hits by a pitch, so Gondor will head down there to first.
That pitch was so slow, he turned around and got hit. He could have just stepped back a step and would have come behind. Got a good hand from the dugout, though.
Let's see if Gondor tries to do something on the base pass here. He's seems like crazy enough to try something. That misses away. 1-0 the count on Andrew Clark. There he goes. And this hit down toward third. And throw across to first is in time, so the out will go 5-3.
Had a hit and run on there. Nice smooth choice, too. Gondor went sliding in second base and in scoring position.
So that's Holland to Gardner to record that out. And one gone here in the bottom of inning number 4. This is Easton Odom who fouls it back to the screen. Easton so far today is 1 for 1 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. That'll come all the way back to the screen. Almost took my camera out. In fact, I'll have to fix that.
Oh, boy.
That's one of the few times it's come straight back here. Popped up down the right behind home plate. No one can see it.
All right, all set, ready to go again.
So that'll miss away.
Maybe it's kind of a slow curveball. That's what hit our friend a while ago.
It's a 2-2 the count. This chopped foul up the first base line. I think I got the camera more or less somewhere close to being able to see something. Delivery here is up and away. Throw down the third. They got Gondor trapped in between third and home. Throw it to the plate, and he went out of the baseline. He went out of the baseline, so they will call him out. He did manage to get around the tag, but so Gondor
He's getting a razzing from the dugout.
That'll be 2 gone. He did manage to get around the tag.
You can't go to First Street and back again. You got to go more or less a direct approach to home plate.
That hit back up the middle and into center field.
Gondor cost him a run.
It's a good piece of hitting there.
Boy, that was a solid punch. Just took it right where the ball was. He didn't try to do anything special.
Actually, Gondor would tell you he never got tagged. This popped up on the infield.
He probably would tell you that.
And played down there at first base. That will retire the inning.
Oh,
so that will do it for the fourth. 5-1 is the lead for the home side. Take a break, come back with inning number 5 here in just a moment. This is Division III All-Star Game. To the top of inning number 5 we go. I believe that is Foster on the mound for this particular half inning.
Ooh,
As that will.
that was a high and inside one. Nice job of ducking the pitch.
So Lincoln Emerson stands in. Emerson will pop it up on the infield. And that will make out number 1, caught out there by the shortstop. It's Andrew Clark. Well, it was Andrew Clark originally. It's probably not anymore. Martin Ewell, I believe, might be out there at short. And off-speed pitch called the strike. 0-1 to count on Victor Cox. Victor is 1 for 1 with a single. Foster winds and fires. This hit out towards left. That will fall. And third baseman tried to throw his glove at it. That wouldn't work. So runner on down there at first. Now Cameron will stand in here. This is Cameron. It's McLaren. Trying to read the coach's handwriting here, and it's not always easy to do. That fouled back out of play.
Sometimes they're writing on a little square thing that no place to put your hand to rest it.
Especially when we don't know, like we can't look it up in a book because we'd have to go through 25 different rosters to find it. So pickoff throw to first is not in time. Cameron is 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the second. So Foster will come set and deliver. There's a swing and a miss. So the count will move to 0-2. Foster's delivery here is up high. So first of 2 games today. This is Division III All-Star game. We'll be back with you for the overall Division I championship. That'll be later on this afternoon at 1:30. Fastball up high. And the count will even up at 2-2. Foster delivers, and a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Cameron. So 2 gone here in the inning. And that'll bring Jackson Marura to the plate. Jackson 0 for 1, flied out to right field in his only appearance. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. There goes the runner at first. Ball gets back to the screen, so Victor will cruise in safely. There's a swing and a miss. The count will even up 1-1 here. Runner on at second base. This chop down toward short. And the throw to first is in time as the out goes 6-3. And that'll do it for this half of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 5, a 5-1 lead for the home side in this Division III All-Star game. So Jazz stands in here. 11-12-1 due up in this fifth inning. Victor Cox on the mound here. That foul back to the screen. So the count moves to 0-2.
All the pitchers have the same idea. They aren't out there to stand around. That's good. Makes the fielding a lot easier, too, when you don't have to stand so long waiting for a pitch.
So 1-2 the count. That called a strike over the outside corner, and first baseman throws it over the catcher throws it over the head of the first baseman into right field. And Jazz gonna cruise into third on a strikeout. Now, how often do you see that happen?
Wow.
Strikeout turned into a three-bagger.
Oh, my land. That's another unusual play we've seen today. We've been here this weekend. We've seen several unusual ones.
Well, in this game alone, we saw a three-pitch inning, and we've now see a strikeout turn into a triple. Wow. You definitely don't see that too often. Hopefully our catcher here is all right. He's been walking around trying to
might have pulled a muscle.
Get his breath back. Or might have just gotten the wind or something knocked out of him too. He didn't see where, didn't field it cleanly originally on the pitch, so I'm not really sure what happened there. But
yeah, I think he could have strained the muscle trying to reach.
Well, Marty bunted that. It must have been fouled off.
Yes, it was.
Back to the screen. So 0-1 the count on Ryan Marty. That blooped out towards short. Knocked down, and the throw to first is not in time. That'll score the runner from third.
Now we scored a run, and we still haven't got a hit. With a man on first base.
So a 6-1 lead for the home side. Back around to Sam Long, the original leadoff hitter.
Sam been up there quite a bit.
And Marty gets picked off over there at first base.
Not after all that, surely.
I think he's looking like, did anybody touch me? But he gets picked off. So one gone here in the fifth.
Throw the helmet.
There's a swing and a miss. Yeah, I think the guys over here in the dugout are giving it to the first base coach, who is just another high school kid, I think, that they threw out there to coach the baseball.
He blew his job first time out.
So 1-1 to count here on Long.
Oh, boy.
There's a swing and a miss.
Wow. But shoulder high. Good if you lay off those shoulder high fastballs.
1-2 delivery. This chopped down toward third. Good pick there. And the throw to first is in time. So the out will go 5-3. And now 2 gone here in the bottom of the fifth. That brings us to Kaysen Meadows. Kaysen popped out in foul territory to the first baseman in the first inning and struck out looking in the second.
Well, a helicopter flying over and a plane.
So Victor Cox misses there, a 1-0 count. And And this popped up out into left field, and cruising in to make a diving play is the left fielder. I think he lost it initially and then recovered to come in and make a good play, and that'll do it for the inning.
I think that Sun's giving him a hard time out there.
So that'll do it for the fifth. We will head to inning number 6 and a 6-1 lead for the home side. Back with more from the Division III All-Star game here in just a moment. Well, we move on into the 6th inning of this Division III All-Star game as Kason Meadows will be on the mound here for the home side. And up for the away team is Stone Garcia. So we're going to go 10, 11, 12 in the batting order, and Garcia gets hit with a pitch on the very first offering. So Garcia down there to first. And that will bring Elijah Correa to the plate. Elijah is 0 for 1, popped out to the first baseman in his only trip to the plate. Call the strike. So it's away side running out of outs, down by 5 here in the 6th. That will come all the way back to the screen. And cruising out to second base is Stone Garcia. The count will pull even at 1-1. Elijah, the catcher today for this away side, and has done so, I think, for the entire game. That misses away. So now a 2-1 count. Meadows' pitch called the strike, and that will even things up at 2-2. So runner out there on second, nobody out. Top of inning number 6. Kason Meadows will wind and fire. That's inside and low. Count will go full at 3-2. Boy, another beautiful weather day here in Central Florida. Sunny skies. Temperature right now in the upper 70s. Runner goes. The throw down to third is not in time. So the walk issued to Elijah. He'll head down to first, and that will bring Malachi McAdams to the plate. McAdams today 0 for 1. Popped out to the shortstop. Called a strike over the outside corner. And chopped down towards short. Play goes to second for 1, on to first. And that'll get away over near the dugout. And a throw into second is not in time. So the fielder's choice goes 6-4. Adams will end up on second. And a run does score, which will make it now 6-2. So Meadows will come set, delivers that, misses low. So by the way, we're back around to the top of the order in Noah Levine. Noah looks at one away as the count goes to 2-0. Noah struck out swinging in the first, had a triple and a run scored in the fourth. Meadows pitch here, swing and a miss up high. Meadows with the pitch. That's chopped down toward third, picked up there, and the throw across to first is in time. So that will go 5-3. Now 2 gone here in the top of the 6th. We'll bring Jackson Gardner to the plate. Jackson is 1 for 2, grounded out 5-3, and also had an RBI single so far in this one.
Third baseman made a nice move to his left. Cut that ball off and rifled a shot over to first and got him easily.
So that's called a strike over the outside corner. Again, that's a away team starting to run out of outs here, down by 4 with 2 outs to go, or 2 outs here in the 6th. Off speed, that's chopped foul back to the screen, and count will move to 0-2. Meadows comes set, delivers, then it's knocked down behind the plate. Count will move to 1-2.
Catch did a good job of blocking that pitch and keeping it right in front of him.
Believe that's Sam Luttrell, although they've changed people so many times here, it's kind of hard to figure out after a while. There's a called strike 3 over that outside corner. Down on strikes goes Jackson Gardner. And that'll do it for the top half of the 6th. A 6-2 lead for the home side. We're back with the bottom half of inning 6 after this brief timeout. This is the Division III All-Star Game from the HWSA World Series. think some people have lost their minds. The entire infield is currently wearing batting helmets for some unknown reason, and that will bring us to Carter Foster, who will lead things off here in the bottom of the sixth for the home side. And I believe Stone Garcia is on the mound.
Yeah, same. Whoops.
That ripped out in the left. And a single off the bat of Carter Foster. So Foster, Radmore, and Luttrell were at 3, 4, 5. 2 up for the home side.
I think the third baseman at first refused to wear the helmet. I thought it was kind of crazy, I guess. And the umpire threw him out of the game. So
I'm
so
beyond confused as to why everyone's wearing batting helmets in the field. But you know what? If that's what's going to get you excited about playing, go for it, I guess. That'll miss away. So runner will lead off of
he's asking if he was supposed to
first
bunt.
here. There goes the runner at first. This popped up on the infield. Third baseman will come in and make the play. Fires over to first, and they're going to double him up. So a 5-3 double play, and quickly 2 gone here in the bottom of inning 6.
Wow.
I will say it's been entertaining.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I'm not sure what it's been exactly, but it has been entertaining. There's a swing and a miss as Luttrell taking a hack.
Kind of looked like a curveball.
Luttrell reached on an air back in the first and struck out swinging. There's another swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2. But at this rate, we're going to have a lot of time in between this game and the championship game.
That'd be nice.
And I mean a lot of time. That misses low.
What time is it getting to be? Oh, you don't have your watch either. Uh-oh.
It's down towards
Nice
short.
backhand.
Good pick. The throw across the first is in time. So the out goes 6-3. And
do a flip.
that'll do it. Well, he already did a flip at first base in the middle of the play. So that'll bring us to the top half of inning 7. That's do or die time for the away side. Be back with more from the Division III All-Star game in a moment. All right, so to the 7th we go. Matthew Howland to lead things off. 3, 4, 5 due up for the away team here, and they need 4 runs. Now everybody in the field with hats backwards, so I guess if one team's going to do something, you do it, well, a little different.
Oh.
So 2-0 the count here on Holland. That foul back out of play, so the count will go to 2-1. Pitcher is Josh Radmore here for the 7th. Foul back to the screen. And the count pulls even at 2-2. So Radmore delivers. This popped out toward right, and that will fall in for a single. Second baseman tried to lay out for it and could not quite get there. So a single for Holland. That will bring up Hudson HWSA, the original starting pitcher back when this whole thing began. He's actually 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. A swing and a miss.
Oh, a little bit late there.
So 0-2 the count. Radmore comes set and deliver, and that goes behind the hitter, and now down to second base goes Holland.
What if he tried to throw a...
It was a knuckleball or what he was
Knuckleball,
trying to
yeah.
do. Whatever it was, it did not work.
It slipped out of his knuckles and went flying off the left. He only missed the home plate by about 15 feet.
That's fouled off. It'll stay at 2-2.
I think that was the same pitch.
I think he's throwing an assortment of knuckleball stuff, it looks like, or at least trying to throw a knuckleball. Yep. Sliced foul up the first base line.
Ooh. Throw back the pitcher that missed him by about 10 feet. No ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This popped up into left field. And left fielder will come in and make the play. So 1 gone here in the 7th. That'll bring Hudson Abel to the plate. Hudson so far today 0 for 2. He flying out to left field and grounded out 5-3. And more delivers. This is ripped fair inside that third base line. So a runner will come around to score. Throw comes in to second. Actually, a pretty good throw, but not quite in time. So an RBI single for Hudson Abel will make it a 6-3 game.
Getting closer.
And now Lincoln Emerson to stand in. Emerson also 0 for 2. Couple of flyouts. So that'll miss away. Radmore's delivery, that's up high. Now 3-0 the count. And that right down the middle for strikes. The count will go to 3-1. It's an interesting approach from Lincoln Emerson with his bat back to the pitcher. This will chop down toward third. Good pick there. The throw to first is in time. They're going to say he got the tag on him. I don't know where the shortstop is going. He thinks it's the third out. It's not.
Oh,
Actually, it might be the center fielder. I don't know who it is. Somebody. Well, second baseman maybe. Came across. So 5-3 is the put out. Now 2 gone, down to the last strike here for our visiting team. Victor Cox is supposed to be up. He's nowhere to be found, and now here he comes out of the dugout. So Radmore will come set and deliver. That misses low and back to the screen. Runner was going to go, and he decided better of it.
He's trying to throw the whole side of knuckleballs.
This bounces in, and catcher cannot find it. And scoring from third is Hudson Abel. So that'll make it 6-4. And 2-0 the count on Victor Cox. I'll miss up high, now 3-0. And that called a strike over that outside corner. So kind of moved to 3-1. Radmore delivers. That's right down the middle, and this is out into left. So another single off the bat of Victor Cox. And now Cameron will get one more trip to the plate. He's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts today.
Our pitcher might have to start pitching here.
Before too long, he's going to have to. Well, that's a nice pitch. Cut back in, so 0-1 the count. Here down to last out for the away team, down 6-4 in the 7th. Another off speed that's ripped foul. And the count goes 0-2.
Well, whatever he's pitching, they don't have any trouble hitting it.
That's an interesting sidearm delivery. Throw down to second is in time, and that'll be how it ends on a caught stealing. So our final is 6-4, the win for the home side over the away side here in this Division III All-Star game. Boy, that's different.
That's different.
It's not like any baseball game I've seen, but it was entertaining at least. 6-4, the win for the home side. All right. We'll be back this afternoon with the last of the regular games. That will be the HWSA Division I championship game between Houston Northside and the Raleigh Warriors. We'll have that for you at 1:30. We'll see you back here at that time. This has been our coverage of the Division III All-Star